Thank you for inviting me to the land of milk and honey. It's you people, the dairy people, people that make eggs, milk, cheese, butter, bacon, that make the country great. Milk makes the body good, and you make the country good. Thank you for inviting me to Memphis, Tennessee. It's people like you, the church people, who are the backbone and the spirit of this great land of ours. I love the Lord, and I love the King, Elvis Presley. I want to thank you for inviting me to the Lone Star State. Home of the Cowboys. How about the Cowboys? It's people like you, the ranchers, who are the backbone of this country. And before I go, I got one more thing to say. The stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas.
It's not bad.
Guys, am I going to get another speech anytime soon?
Why, Mace? What's the matter with this speech?
I don't know, it just seems like maybe I should be talking about something a little more relevant.
Relevant?
Yeah, I mean, people are cheering, but they would cheer if I read the recipe for cornbread. I mean, it's not like it's working. I'm only 1 point up in the polls.
Oh, don't worry about the polls, Maze. They're just a sampling.
Yeah.
Polls change.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Maze. We're here to help you. Besides, the people really like you.
Cheer up. We're going to be in Chicago in a few days. You got a brother in Chicago, don't you?
That's when the people find out what you're all about.
Yeah, but I don't even know what I'm all about.
He's a hero, of Hong Kong, strutting to the promised land.
In the latest polls, Mace Gilliam is up just 1 point to 10%, while Vice President Brian Lewis still holds a commanding 84%. 6% are undecided, saying they don't know who they're voting for. They just know it's not Gilliam.
Maze, when you get out there, listen to the crowd. Talk to them. I mean, make it look like you believe in what you're saying.
Okay.
I know we haven't exactly always seen eye to eye, but this, Mace, is very important. I can't stress that enough.
Alderman Gilliam. There's a Mitch Gilliam outside. He says he's your brother.
Mitch, send him in.
Tonight, America is going to get its first impressions of Mace Gilliam.
You know what they say about first impressions.
Look at that little brother, man. Man, I thought you said you gonna call me when you got into town.
I was trying to call you, man, but I've been doing press all day.
My little brother running for president.
Let me introduce you to Martin Geller, Deborah Lassiter.
What's happening with you, baby? Thank you for what you're doing for my brother. Appreciate it. And how about you, Thriller? What's going on?
Nice to meet you. And what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm a bail bondsman. I got an office on the south side. Bail bondsman? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow. Bail bondsman. But that's... How's business?
I tell you how business is. Business is great. Thank God for crime.
Thank God for crime. Could y'all give us a minute?
5.
Yeah. Nice. Real nice. Look at you, man. I see you all on the show, politicking. Come on here. You like the way your campaign going? Look at this. Let me ask you something, little brother. When are they gonna let you speak?
I've been talking all day, man. I was talking to the press this morning.
You've been talking. But I'm saying, when are they gonna let you speak your mind? This ain't you. You gonna say this shit? This shit is booty. You go out there and say this if you want to, watch Sandman come sweep your butt off stage. And look at it, you got a poster, Maze. Who are they talking about, Willie? Let me tell you something, Maze. These are everyday common folk, working people out there. These laborers, construction workers, nurses. You play the game when you're working for them. This is your campaign. You're supposed to be in charge.
It's time, Maze.
I gotta go.
I love you, man. And I'm with you no matter what. Okay? Go get him.
See you out there, all right?
All right. Hey, Maze. Speak.
Chicago, please welcome your next president, Alderman Maze Gilliam.
You know, they had a speech written for me about what the people need. But you guys are the people. You know what you need. Better schools, better jobs, less crime. How many of you right now work 2 jobs just to have enough money to be broke? That ain't right. If you work 2 jobs and at the end of the week, you got just enough money to get your broke ass home, let me hear you say, that ain't right. How many of you have children that they call stupid? Don't be ashamed. It ain't your fault. I asked my niece the other day, what's 4 plus 4? She said 44. It is. But that ain't her fault. That's the school's fault. Now, if your child's school has old-ass books and brand-new metal detectors, let me hear you say, that ain't right.
That ain't right.
It ain't right. And now we got these corporations stealing all the money. They stealing their money, they stealing our money. The pension. You worked for 35 years. You thought you was gonna leave your kids a will, now you gonna leave them a won't. You show up to get your pension, they give you a pen. Give you a damn pen. Now what the hell am I supposed to do with a pen? I should just stab you in the neck with this pen, Mr. Pension Taker.
Get your hand out of my pocket.
Taking everybody's pension and nobody going to jail.
That's some bullshit. Ain't that some bullshit?
Meanwhile, you or I, we steal a Big Mac with cheese. Next thing you know, we on death row. How many of you work in a city you can't afford to live in? That ain't right. How many of you work in a mall that you can't afford to shop in? That ain't right. How many of you clean up a hotel you ain't never gonna be able to stay in? That ain't right. And we got nurses that work in hospitals that they can't even afford to get sick in. It ain't right. It ain't right. It ain't right. It isn't right. That shit is wrong. It's dead wrong. I'm Mace Gilliam, and I'm running for President of the United States of America.
No questions. Sorry.
Maze.
You go to work, handle your business. If you need me, you call.
The part of Maze Gilliam's security director will now be played by Muhammad.
Child care is one of the most important issues facing this country today. The working mother has to take her child to a nanny. The nanny has to take her child to a babysitter. The babysitter has to take her child to daycare. Now, on the count of 3, I want everybody to take care of their own damn kids. Whose baby is this? Whose baby is this? Ain't mine. Gay people want what every other American wants: a good house, a good job. I believe in gay rights because when I see gay people, all I'm seeing are people, normal people like every other American. Thank you for inviting me to the Players Ball. Now, America needs to change its ways. I promise if I'm your president, I will take care of everybody. Big business and small business. Show business and home business.